got St. Johns County issues RFP for World Golf Village property. Big changes could soon be coming to the World Golf Village, but it's far from a done deal. St. Johns County is officially seeking public-private partnership proposals for redeveloping the former World Golf Hall of Fame site. A formal request for proposals, or RFD, was advertised on June 18th. Now that the RFP is live, the project is under a blackout period, meaning any communication about it must go through the county's designated contact, purchasing director Jamie Locklear. The process will take place in 2 phases, with a short list and a final selection to be made by the St. Johns County Commission. Commissioners first reviewed options for the site back in March, where they were shown financial details and development possibilities. One option, an outright sale of the property, was quickly dismissed. Leaders said they didn't want to give up control of such a valuable piece of real estate. There's also concern about triggering the Live Local Act, which could allow high-density multifamily housing, something the public has widely opposed based on survey results and hours of community feedback. County Administrator Joy Andrews responded to recent confusion over the project, saying, "The opportunity to develop this project into something meaningful is a complex and challenging process. While it hasn't been easy, we remain fully committed to seeing it through." Here's what you need to know about the Hall of Fame site. The county owns the land and regained full control of the building when the lease ended April 2024. The PGA Tour, not taxpayers, paid for the building and the land and building. Use restrictions still exist on the property, making redevelopment or sale more difficult. In 2024, the county tried to buy the nearby PGA property, but that fell through when the original developer refused to lift the restrictions. Only the original developer, SJIT Land, has the authority to waive or change those restrictions. The county says it remains committed to turning the property into something special and community-focused, and more updates will come as proposals roll in. What do you think, Troy?
I want to see what comes out of this RFP. I mean, I threw some ideas at him, and had an avenue to pursue, but the people I want to deal with don't want to deal with RFPs.
Yeah.
So RFPs are a pain in the ass. I mean, there's a requisition for a proposal, and you got to fall on these guidelines, and you got to bid on it, and then you got to meet all this. It just limits your ability to do business, and this is why government doesn't work as a business.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see what comes out of the RFP, if anything comes out of the RFP. But I mean, I think there's some potential with this property. The value that they had the property at compared to what the county paid for it was a good deal. There's 3 buildings there, but I'm not sure if all 3 buildings are attached to this now that I just heard something about, like the restrictions were refused to be lifted. So I got to do a little more research on it to find out which buildings are actually there. Blake and I went out there and did like a tour when they first purchased it. So, I mean, it's some pretty cool buildings, isn't it, Blake?
Yeah, 100%. It definitely is a cool building. I believe like the plan that is I believe they still own. So they own like the main World Golf Hall of Fame building, IMAX Theater. They don't own Renaissance, and I believe they might own a little bit of the property that they used to be like around like the PJ Superstore.
Yeah, okay. I think they own the studio. The building, that's the building we didn't go into.
No, that's the building that I believe still is used by PGA Tour Entertainment.
Okay, is that
right
the one
now? Yes.
Okay, so they don't own that.
I believe that was the building that they mentioned that they didn't
because of the restrictions on it. Okay,
yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, like where the Hall of Fame was and where, the IMAX was and stuff like that.
Yeah,
yes.
Like because there was three buildings, one of them was included the studio, so it sounds like the studio might not be involved. Is that what you're reading, Blake?
From what I understand, yeah. It's a big,
okay,
because
thanks.
I remember like I didn't think they offered tours like the day that we were there. For the PGA Tour studio, so we did tour like the main tower, the Hall of Fame, and then the main presentation at the IMAX Theater.
Yeah,
right on.
But I definitely do think like the main thing that that the developer should focus on is the IMAX because that's a great space to host like events there or show movies there. I'm not sure if it can be profitable doing like an actual like IMAX, maybe just convert back to a regular movie theater.
With them redoing the I don't know if the timing
Yeah,
of it's great with them redoing the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. The timing's right because that's not a similar venue. It's actually, I think, maybe even a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's a great space. It was a good value. Understand why the county tried to grab it, and I think something good can come out of it. I just want to. It's kind of one of those let's wait and see kind of stories.
Yeah. But just because like anything else comes up, like if there is like a proposal that does come up, will this like eventually might have to come towards the TDC as well? So you might not have to. It
depends on what they put in there.
Okay.
I mean, if it's something that generates tourism, then yeah. So I mean,
okay,
that's why I'm saying I got to kind of do a wait and see what happens with it. And like they said, they're in a blackout period, so you're not going to get any answers right now either.
Yeah.
So.
And then what's like the main concern about like the Live Local Act like there? So like because it made it sound like that the like residents and like the commission themselves are worried like if it, like
they don't want more residential. They want it to stay commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Is where that statement was. Mm-hmm. I mean, because we got to keep that. We got to keep the commercial moving and the residential kind of slow it down a little bit. We got a lot of inventory out there on the residential side.
Over and under on how long it takes for them to announce that site as a pickleball complex.
Croquet field.
Yeah. Could happen. It could happen. We have some Parks and Rec stories coming up soon. So
oh, good times.
Yeah, that pickleball could be coming your way.
All right.